What's up, guys? RDQ and me back again with another video. It's not Valentine's Day. You don't gotta love me, but I'd appreciate it if you were to like the video. We're not at Subway, but I'd appreciate it if you were to sub to the channel. Now, today, I want to talk about who's the best fit, who's the best point guard, who should the Lakers go after. Now, I'm only going to do it based off people they're potentially going after. I'm not going to throw in random names I'm not going to throw in De'Aaron Fox or random people who have no chance to make it to the team. I'm only going to use the names based on the three-point guards they're trying to get in free agency. So, Russell Westbrook, Chris Paul, and Kyle Lowry are the three-point guards that the Lakers are trying to get. I'm going to break down all three of them, and I'm going to break down the one that I think would be the best option. So I'm going to start with Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook on the season's averaging 22 points, 11.5 rebounds, 11.7 assists. Percentage-wise, he's averaging 44% from the field, 31% from three-point line, and 66% from free throw line. Now, obviously, he's going to be doing a lot of stuff that LeBron does. He's going to be doing a little bit of everything. You know what I mean? He's going to be doing playmaking. He's going to be doing rebounding. He's going to be doing a lot of scoring. So taking off the scoring load when Bron's not on, AD's not on, is definitely going to be really good for that team. It's just going to be the fact that he can't shoot threes. So if they want somebody in terms of Schroeder, they both weren't shooting threes. Schroeder on the season was shooting pretty bad from three, and then especially in the playoffs, he was just shooting bad entirely. Westbrook is not a good three-point shooter, not a good free throw shooter, but if he's just taking layups and dunks, he's guaranteed to shoot 60% from the field. So the thing that's going to be good about him is when LeBron and AD are off the court, you could literally have Westbrook running with a different lineup, and Westbrook could give you a straight 10, 15 points, even though Bron and AD weren't in. So if they want as a catch and shooter, no. Obviously, that wouldn't be his role if he went to the team. He would have to be more of a driver, a passer, a all-around dude, but just don't take threes. If he does that, he'd be a perfect guy for them because he would just give them a third scoring option that's really consistent. It's going to let them get, a big scoring presence, and if he's able to increase his free throw percentage, he could be really good for them. 2, I'm going to go on to Chris Paul. Chris Paul on the season averaged 16 points, 4.5 rebounds, 8.9 assists. Now, percentage-wise, he averaged 49.9%, so 50% from the field. He averaged almost 40% from three, 39.5%, and he averaged 93% from free throw line. So 50, 40, 90 essentially, and doing that with a great fit for the Lakers. He's a great decision maker, great playmaker, great leader. You know what I mean? He's going to give them points. He's going to give them catch and shoots. He's going to give them a couple mid-range buckets. You know what I mean? Like, all around, he's just a great dude to have. And then I ended up being wrong. The Suns did not win the championship last year, but that's no knock on Chris Paul's leadership and experience. He's a really good basketball player. He definitely would fit perfectly passing wise, taking on some of the leadership, being able to hit those open shots when he gets them. It would be a really great player for them to have. Third and finally, I'm going to go on to Kyle Lowry, who is the third player who they were trying to possibly get. He averages 17 points on the season, 5.5 rebounds, and 7 assists. Field goal percentages for this season are 43% from the field goal, almost 40% from three, 39.5 actually, and then he averages 88% from free throw line. So him again is also a very good high efficiency guy, for the kinds of shots that they want. Almost 40% from three and 88% from the line, 7 assists. He's going to be a perfect guy as well for them. He's giving you good scoring. He's giving you a good passer. He also, plays good defense, gets a lot of charges. Kyle Lowry's always, top among charge guys for the most part. And he's just going to be another guy who gives leadership. He has a, close personal relationship with LeBron, not personally, but playing against him so many times in close playoff matchups, I think it would be very good for him to play with him. I think it would help him out same way that when Rondo went to the Lakers, it helped out that he played against LeBron when he was on the Celtics and Bron was on the Heat. That was a really big rivalry for the time that they were there, so I think it helped them, having that rivalry with each other and having that much experience against each other, that when they played each other, it was really good. So I think Lowry would be very good. Now I'm going to come to my decision. Of the three players, I definitely think Chris Paul and Kyle Lowry are better options than Westbrook because of the fact that you want a guy who's going to be able to hit those open catch and shoot threes and be, playmakers. Even though Westbrook is a good playmaker as well, I think they're all really good playmakers. Any three of them, could could be on that team easily and make good passes. But I think the fact that Chris Paul and Kyle Lowry have better percentages from three, 40%, and almost not, and both of them together almost 90% from free throw. I mean, they're definitely better options in my opinion. Now, the thing that I want to say is why Kyle Lowry might actually be the first option to me. It's because of the fact that DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry kind of want to go and play for LA. So they're saying potentially if the Lakers are able to get Kyle Lowry, they might have DeMar DeRozan through trade come there and be able to sign there. So if DeMar DeRozan goes there, that's actually a really big signing. You know, he averages almost 22 points on the season, 4 rebounds, 7 assists. So if they were able to get him, he averages 50% from field goal. He averages 26% from three, which is terrible. And then he averaged 88% from the line. So that's not too bad because everyone knows DeMar as a driver, a mid-range guy. He's perfect at those two things. And he wouldn't be asked upon to shoot threes. They know that's not what he does. But the fact that you have Kyle Lowry at the guard, you have Braun who shoots threes, you have AD who shoots threes. So you can always have 3 people on the field who could shoot threes. So the fact that they have those 3, you could have DeMar and not really being able to dunk. Just have him drive and dunk and rebound, you know, take mid-ranges. He doesn't have to shoot threes. So I definitely think that would be a more complete team. If you count Kyle Lowry as if he goes, then DeMar comes with him, he's clearly the best option, no question in my eyes. But if we're just saying player to player, I would say Chris Paul is the best option. He's the best passer of the 3 in my opinion. He's the best 3-point shooter and the best free throw shooter out of all of them. Stats show that. And he also has the most leadership, most experience. He just was in the finals just now, lost in 6 games, and he definitely wants to be back in the mix again. So if he gets that opportunity again next year, being on the Lakers, and they are able to make a playoff run and make it to the finals, I do think they'll definitely win if they get that opportunity, because the Lakers this year had a good chance. You know, they took the Suns to 6 games this year, and that was without AD. So I definitely think that if they get Chris Paul to come to the Lakers, they can definitely make a playoff run and make it to the finals. I think that's the best option. Chris Paul, number 1 option. Second option, Kyle Lowry with possibility of DeMar coming, and third option would be Westbrook. He's he'll give you an easy 20-something points, 60% from the field if he's taking just layups and dunks and occasionally some mid-ranges. But if he's shooting threes and trying to get a lot of free throws and he doesn't improve his free throw percentage, he might compromise the team a little bit. Like we saw with Harden in his last season with Westbrook, it didn't work because of the fact that Westbrook wasn't hitting any open threes at all and missing a lot of free throws. So hopefully they do make a good decision and get Chris Paul or Kyle Lowry, and then I do hope the Lakers make a good decision and they end up going somewhere next year. I'm gonna end up calling that a video. It's been RDQ and me. You already know. Socials down below. And right before I catch y'all, let me know down below who you guys think is the best option for the Lakers to get. Whether you think it's Chris Paul like me, whether you think it's Kyle Lowry or Russell Westbrook, leave it down in the comments. And until next time, I'll catch y'all.